Hello and welcome back to the RDA. With me today is, as normal, Clayton and Mr. Maloto. Guys, we will be discussing our match preview against Istanbul. UEFA Champions League. Last time we played Istanbul, you know, we did take an L. We caught an L by Istanbul. It was very disappointing, and that's when the Oli outers really became full force. Things started changing and along those lines. So yeah, if you are new to the channel, please do smash the like button. Please do consider subscribing if you are new. And yeah, gentlemen, let's get into it. But before we get into Istanbul, and this is the Istanbul preview, last night we played a game. We played against West Brom in the Premier League. It was very lackluster, if I do say so myself. But yeah, it's been we had to sleep on it, and now I woke up and I might not be as angry as I was last night, but I'm still like, ugh. I'm looking back at it. I'm like, yeah, maybe ish, yeah, it's still not good. Is there anything that you guys slept on or discuss? Do you think there was an overreaction? Do you think we were justified to be upset about it? Yeah, so just what are you guys thinking? Now that we had a day to sleep on.
Yeah, no, pretty much the same, really. Like, we won, but I'm not very happy about it,
Yeah,
I'm more disappointed, really. You just don't know where to go. Like, where's this club going? What are we? It's not clear. And the more he's in the job, it just seems like we have no plan. So that is a
Yeah,
bit disappointing. So I'm still on the same page.
yeah,
yeah, just about the same. It's just frustrating. This was a game where we needed the 3 points. We got them, admittedly. So in the long term, it doesn't seem that bad. But the performance last night was still shocking. Even just thinking about it, it was terrible. It
yeah.
was not up to standard, and it just feels like we need to be doing a lot better than that. We should not be beating West Brom 1-0 at home. We should be
Yeah,
doing
no,
a lot
exactly. Yeah, I think we are all justified to be upset and everything like that. But it is what it is. We got 3 points. Bruno did clutch up once again, even though he had to retake the penalty. But it is what it is, right? We move forward. We look forward because now we are playing Istanbul. And like I said, we lost in the Champions League to Istanbul. The one game where we were like, we beat PSG, we beat Leipzig, but then the one team you don't expect to slip up against, you slip up against, and we lose to Istanbul, which is not ideal because now we're in a situation where that we still have to play Leipzig and PSG again, and considering that we beat those two already, and if we beat Istanbul in the previous occasion, we would have been kind of safe. We would have probably had Champions League next round qualification on lockdown, but now it's a bit of a yikes. This is basically a must-win game because we just don't know what's gonna happen. I think Leipzig beat PSG. So
Yeah.
when we played Istanbul, so that's very interesting. I'll bring up the table now on the UEFA Champions League group table to tell you guys the points differential. But yeah, guys, Istanbul, talk to us. What would you like to see differently in this Istanbul game than what we when last time we played them? Because last time we played them, I couldn't remember what. There was no formation. It was very clueless, and the goals we conceded were absolutely shocking. So yeah, what do you guys like to see differently? Initially just going into this game.
Yeah, maybe just mark the strikers as a start. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like, we're starting to sound like broken records when it comes to this team because we'll say things, but nothing's really going to change. As we made clear yesterday, we can only hope. Like, I went into West Brom thinking, yeah, we're doing poor, but it's West Brom. Come on, we have to run over them, and that didn't happen.
Yeah.
So, look, I think we'll win this game, but you just never know with this club. And all I can hope for is that we show up and try dominate play, try play like a big team, take the game to them. Don't be defensive at home against Istanbul. That's just it was bad against West Brom. It'd be horrible against actually it's worse against West Brom, but it'd be horrible against Istanbul as well. So let's just give it to them and just use the talent we have at our disposal. And we should win this game if we do that. But Ole has a tendency of just coming up with some curveballs that we really don't need.
Yeah,
Curveballs, yeah, definitely.
everything's a curveball at this man at this point. But yeah, I think you basically covered it, but at the same time, we need to not underestimate them. They're in the Champions League for a reason, and
Mm.
that's what happened last time. We got destroyed because every single person was in the box, and Demba Ba just ran through our team, which is just, yeah, guys, just pay attention.
Yeah,
Like,
literally. That was
Yeah.
shocking. I mean, we had all our men.
I want Ollie on the touchline. I want him screaming, "Demba free! Get on him, someone!"
Yeah, yeah. It's
Just
it brings
something.
back horrible memories. Actually, now that I think
Yeah.
that Istanbul game
Sometimes,
was awful.
sometimes it feels like we play too much on emotion, and just when the mood is horrible at the club, we just can't seem to get ourselves out of that rut. And I don't think that's acceptable for a club of this size.
Yeah.
It isn't for
Yeah,
sure. We need to do a lot better.
So yeah, I do have the group here, the Champions League group, with us in it. So we are still on top. We have 6 points. Leipzig has got 6 points. PSG and Istanbul both have 3 points. So anyone, and I mean anyone, can still qualify in this group. It's not done. If we beat Istanbul, we go to 9 points, and obviously PSG and Leipzig have to play again, and ideally we'd probably want, I don't even know, a Leipzig win, because if Leipzig and us are 9 points, it could be better, because I think we stand more of a chance to beat Leipzig than we do PSG a second time around. But then again, I'm looking at it, I think Leipzig's coach is better than PSG's coach, so I expect the Leipzig coach to tactically be better when we play him again, but I think PSG won't be anything different. I think they will still attack us, and because they attack us and we are very good at the counter attack and we want teams to attack us, that could be in our favor. So actually, I don't know what to. Actually, I'm lying. What would be perfect would probably be a draw and we win. That's probably one of the best scenarios. They share the points. No one gets a 3, and we're just gonna have to grind our way out of this group table.
Yeah. I think the most important thing is winning this game. I think if we don't win this game, we might be in some serious trouble, because it's a tight group, and our only chance is now because we're versing the lesser team, the team we should beat, and the other two teams expected to maybe qualify versing each other. So it's a big advantage we have right now. It should be more because we should have beaten Istanbul the first time, but we still have a chance here. If we lose this and have to verse both of them, then they both still have a good chance to qualify. We could see ourselves back in the Europa League, and that would be a nightmare. That would be
In a
horrible.
way, yeah.
So,
In a way, I was gonna say that if Oli, let's say, doesn't get the result against Istanbul today, Tuesday. It is a must win for sure with regards to Champions League, and obviously I want us to go through. But if Oli doesn't beat Istanbul, and then he won't be. He's not favourite to beat Leipzig and PSG. He has beaten them, but I'm just saying he's not the favourite to do that. But if we do finish third or fourth and out of the UEFA Champions League group, surely then, where we sitting in the table, we might be, we're still in the top 4 race, but just the way in general the season's been going, just barely scraping a win against West Brom, surely, and now you're out of the Champions League group, so surely now the board are thinking we need to shift him on, because he's out of Champions League, so he can't do anything there again, and that wasn't not good enough. We said at least knockout stages probably. Especially with this group, I'd be very happy with knockout stages. I think that fair play, you get to the knockout stages in this group, and like I said, because then our only route back into the Champions League is to qualify top 4, which is the most likely anyways. We weren't going to win the Champions League, but it's looking very, 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 very unlikely, isn't it? So in my head, the board, they would be thinking along those lines. So if you're an Oli out, it's not looking good in general. Like I said, I always say this is not looking good. But if you an Oli inner, or you're Oli unsure and you just want United to do well, like all our other friends, Oli will have to scrape these wins. He'll have to keep on winning. And I think we're at this point now, where Oli, the only way he's gonna save his job or win back some of the fans is that he has to keep on winning. He has to keep on winning. But I think that even if he does keep on winning, like how we won against West Brom, it's not gonna change the opinions of people like me and that, because it's like, but you are literally you're scraping it. It's not good football. You can't play like that. You can't play against how we played against West Brom against Istanbul, because we will get beaten. This is Champions League quality. Istanbul is probably way, vastly better than West Brom. But that's just that's it. What it is.
Yeah, they might fire him because all they care about is the bottom line, and I'm pretty sure the game by game revenue in the Champions League is way more than in the Europa League.
That's
so
true.
I think that might push them to pull the trigger. But yeah, out of the Europa League, not competing for top 4, it'd be ridiculous for them to keep him on, to be honest. There's only so long we can tolerate this inconsistency. And But we don't want to see that. As much as we don't want Ole here, we don't want to see that. We all want to see Manchester United in the knockout stages, no matter who the manager is, really. Because we want to see us compete at the very top. And I just really hope we qualify. I do not want to be with Arsenal and Tottenham fighting for the Europa League. It's going to make me cry.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Honestly, will.
Not ready for that. Yeah, we need to just do a lot better. That's just the bottom line here. We need to do a lot better, and we just need to push forward, and we need to make something of ourselves. We need to make sure we get out of this group somehow, some magical way.
Well,
I don't think Nagelsmann we're gonna do the double over. That's a hard ask, guys.
Yeah, so that was my next question to you guys, is that if we do not get a win out of this Istanbul game on Tuesday, do you guys think we can still qualify into the next round of Champions League, knowing that we have to play PSG and Leipzig again?
I don't know, to be honest. I'm not sure, because I think we'll lose to Leipzig. To be honest, I think away from home they're going to be much stronger than us. PSG are a bit gullible because they're going to try to throw everything at us, so we might still get something there, but that's not a guarantee as well. So this game is like, it's imperative, and I feel like we've given ourselves a good start by winning those two games.
Yeah,
so we have to give
perfect start. Yeah, perfect start.
Yeah, because it's a tough group, probably the hardest group in the Champions League.
Yeah.
So besides all the trouble, we're still in a good position, but we need. This game is probably the most important game of the group stage, to be honest.
Yeah, I think even when the groups came out, we said that that we will, if there ever was 6 points to be taken, is from Istanbul, and we said it all due respect to Istanbul. And then the one game we lose to is Istanbul. But yeah, anyways, Clayton, if we don't win this game, do you still think we can qualify in the Champions League?
I think we're gonna have to rely on the other teams choking if we're gonna qualify then.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to rely on PSG just failing against Leipzig and Istanbul, and Leipzig failing against PSG and Istanbul. So we're kind of relying on here, because we're not in a good situation to go up against them as it stands right now. If you said on Tuesday we're versing PSG after that performance against West Brom, and that through ball goes to Mbappe instead of whoever was the striker today, because I forget already.
Yeah.
That's a goal.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. We spoke.
They're gonna score those 3 attempts that we let in.
You can't play. You can't play like how we played against West Brom against PSG.
Against PSG, no, we're gonna get dominated. That's the thing. And we don't have a 5-back to rely on. So if you told me in 2 days' time we were gonna play PSG with this current squad, I'd say we lose every time right now. We're not in a good state of mind. We don't have the players right now. Luke Shaw is injured. We can't play our 5-back. And if so, we're gonna have to play a makeshift 5-back, because we're not gonna have the same 5-back with Luke Shaw as to not having Luke Shaw. It's a very different system, and we're gonna struggle without him, especially if we try pull off a Maguire, Twanzebe, Lindelof, for example. Because that's more likely we're gonna have. It's gonna be struggle.
We can do what we did against PSG with the 4. It won't be maybe as solid at the back, but we can play on the counter, and we'll look much better than we looked against West Brom because we know how to play on the counter. But
we have
it's these games, these type of games where we play against teams that are going to sit back and have decent quality at doing that, like the Crystal Palace of this world. Yeah. So those are the worry. And if we can break down the defense on Tuesday is the big question.
Yeah, and I think if we don't see that on Tuesday, we're not going to see it for the rest of the group stages. If we don't show that desire to push forward right now, I don't see us pushing forward out of this group. If we lose again to some stupid defensive errors, and then Dembaba have too much space, and he'll outpace all our backline every day of the week. We can't give him too much space.
I don't think
if we start doing things like that, we're screwed. I think we don't make it out if that's the case.
I don't think Leipzig and PSG will make the same mistake twice, especially in the scenario where we're caught back into the race.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting. And plus, I think, we'll move on now to the predicted 11. Just give me a second. I'll just make my screen a little bit bigger so the people can see it. But you guys should be able to see it fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, cool. Now, just in case it is inverted, because I'm not sure, I'm using a new, as you guys can probably tell by now, that you guys watching the video, is that we are using a new layout. So I'm not sure if it is inverted. I'm just looking at the pre-recording. I hope it's not. But just in case it is, I'm going to flip it for a few seconds so you guys can see the name sheets. But yeah, Cavani, Martial, Bruno, Donny, Fred, Scott, Telles, Maguire, Lindelof, Aaron, Bissaka, David. Now, gentlemen, your initial thoughts on that team? 4-2-3-1.
That's inverted.
Yeah, well,
That's
it might be
inverted,
inverted. Yeah, it might be inverted in your guys' side at the moment, but just in case the viewers are,
Yeah.
they're getting a different thing, Just yeah, but there we go for you guys. There we go. You guys should be able to see.
I give you first impression. Okay, come on.
Yeah. Okay, so there we go. You guys should be able to see it now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how do you guys initially think about that lineup?
It makes sense. But he doesn't love Donny, so Donny probably won't play. Okay, it's Champions League, so maybe that's where he'll get his opportunity. I'd like to see Cavani start. I think he needs a start. I think we'll see more from him if he gets a start. But he's probably going to play Martial because he always plays Martial when he's available. So yeah, Fred, Scott, I can see that. Yeah, the rest of the team I can agree with. Maybe not Martial on the left. Maybe Rashi.
Yeah. With the Rashford thing, the only reason I put this as the predicted lineup is because I think that Rashford is carrying injury, but like you guys said, this what does that why does that matter? Because Oli will play them through injury. He'll play this team through.
I broke my leg. I don't care what you train tomorrow.
Exactly. We know Oli. Exactly. We know Oli is that type of manager. So yeah, with regards to Rashford on the wing, the only reason he's not on my team sheet is because I do think he's carrying an injury, and like the run of games that we have coming up, you must be a proper idiot to play Rashford again in this game.
He's gonna play him every game.
Even if he does, that's his business. He's the manager of Man United. But if he does, and Rashford does get an injury, knowing that he had a bad injury, a stress factor injury in the past, that just says it all. You are risking a Marcus Rashford. Donny, you have to play Donny. Yeah, Mata, even if it's simply impossible, it's not impossible, but you simply cannot play Juan Mata again in such a quick succession after you played him in the Premier League. Then I think Scott just comes back into the team because, again, same thing with Matic. You can't play Matic again, 2 weeks in a row. Alex Telles is obviously Alex Telles. Luke Shaw is out injured, so there is like that. Same with Wan-Bissaka, there is no one else really. And I think you will go back with David De Gea instead of Dean Henderson for this game because I think Oli is scared at the moment and every game is a must-win for him. So that's what I think.
In all honesty, I think I could see Henderson for this game again. I think he could just let him have the game again.
I wouldn't mind
it. Didn't seem to be upset with Henderson's performance against Istanbul last time, so I think we could see it again for sure. I wouldn't be surprised. But I definitely get the point that he is scared and he wants to hear all the safe answers.
Don't stress about the invert anymore. Because I think I realized that because the way the recording is that the recording is actually inverted now. It doesn't work the same way, so but don't worry about it.
That's fine. We know it was another thing.
Yeah, you guys know.
I think what's his name again? Henderson deserves to play because I think he's good enough and needs more game time. And definitely not Matt. Matt had a week off because of the international break, and he was still finished. So he definitely can't play a few days after. And look, I would excuse him for playing his best team in this one because it's crunch time on the Champions League, and understanding he'll be scared because it's do or die. We need to win this game, otherwise we might see ourselves in the Europa League, and he might see himself without a job. So yes, I understand the whole resting thing, but I think it's an important game.
It's a very important game, but I feel like our players' fitness matters a lot more at the end of the day. Personally, I know Ali doesn't give a shit, but I very much wouldn't play Rashford with an injury. I wouldn't be playing Lindelof with his injury.
Lindelof even. I have Lindelof there because I do think that Oli, that's his backline. That's his backline.
Yeah,
unless someone is proper dead.
Ollie's gonna play that. I have no doubt in my mind. Ollie's gonna play.
The only reason that's what I'm saying. The only reason I haven't put a Rashford there is because I do think that unlike our centre backs, is that he does have quality in depth with regards to attacking players he can get. So I'm giving a little bit of faith in Ollie. I'm putting a little bit I'm hopefully thinking. But if you see Marcus Rashford on Tuesday, do not be surprised. Do not be surprised. Heck,
not surprised.
Another player missing from this lineup, you guys might have noticed, is a certain PP, Paul Pogba. because, like we said, he has
It's a
this.
regular now, though.
Yeah, he has this knock. But whether or not it's true or not, you can read whatever you like into it. All he did said maybe, hopefully, he will be back for the Champions League game. So, fingers crossed that he could be. But, so yeah, guys, I was going to ask you guys, if Pogba is fit, would you play him in this game? Knowing that this is a
Yeah.
must-win game. Knowing that, they Istanbul will probably play more of a low block, but they're a lot better quality than, OS Brom and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I feel like they'll still play low block. I wouldn't play him against Southampton the weekend because I feel like Southampton are going to press very high and he's going to be a defensive liability. In this one, I think we need him because we're going to need to break down this team. So I'll definitely play Paul Pogba. I'll play Paul Pogba most games because he's talented. He's probably one of the most talented players in this team, and it's a shame we're not getting the best out of him.
Yeah, Claire, would you?
Definitely. That's one of those games where it feels like it's a must play for him, but I don't know if Fred's going to get a break. Scott's almost certainly going to start. Bruno's going to start. I don't think Pogba fits into this lineup anymore. I don't think he's in Ollie's plans anymore at this point. And it feels like Pogba isn't happy at the same time. So I don't know. There's a situation going on there, and I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I'll give you food for thought. Moloto, you can carry on thinking while I'm busy. But yeah, you can say whatever you can say.
I was gonna say, where are you guys on Pogba? Because do you guys feel like we sell him in January? Do you feel like the relationship is that bad?
I think it depends on the story of what the Paul Pogba injury is. If it's true, then I think he will stay till the summer. But if it's for syndicate reasons, and only we will know that. Only Ollie and Pogba will know what's going on in the back. But I think it depends all on that. And I think again, like logically in my head, the most logical thing that can happen is that we give Paul Pogba for Cristiano Ronaldo. As crazy as that sounds like the most logical deal to make at the moment. So that's just
personally, I feel like Pogba only has a year left on his contract, right?
Yeah.
With the extension, and if we don't cash in now, I don't think he's going to sign a new contract. I think he would rather go play for a Real Madrid, a Barcelona, a Juve right now.
Yeah.
I don't think he wants to be at United at this point in his career. I think he wants to be at the highest possible level. And if we don't cash in now, it feels like he's just going to go on a free, and we're going to miss out on an opportunity.
So the two things I would do personally if I was in charge of everything is that I would either trade Paul Pogba for Cristiano Ronaldo because it's Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't care who else you are in world football, you are not Cristiano Ronaldo. Maybe, okay, I won't lie, Bruno Fernandes, he's pretty special. But the other thing, what I would do is what I said in the summer, and what actually Marcus said in the summer, is that, you sell Paul Pogba and you bring in my boy, Jack Grealish. Done. You want a Paul Pogba replacement? You get Jack Grealish. Because honestly, he's lighting it up. I've watched this player from a youth. I watched him. I kept tabs on him. I followed him throughout his whole career in the championship. And I'm telling you, the player he is today, I'm so proud of him. And like I said, he reminds me so much of how I am on the football field. I'm obviously not as talented as I'm just, hypothetically, I'm just saying, the similar traits I like to possess. It's like, it's perfect. It's a match made in heaven. I absolutely love Jack Grealish. Everyone knows that. I see myself as a Jack Grealish player, so perfect. You replace one of my favorite players of all time with another one of my favorite players of all time. So I absolutely love Jack Grealish.
I know you guys don't feel Varane, but I would even do it in Jan, to be honest. I won't lie to you. I feel like he has the attributes. He's a talented centre back, and we need a centre back more than anything on this team. I feel like if we had a good, pacey centre back like Varane, who's also a leader, it'll make our team so much better because we need 2 games to protect our centre backs. We might not have to do that anymore for the centre back.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it's done with Pogba at United, and we need to cash in on our assets. So I would definitely make that switch even in January if Real Madrid were willing to do it. But I know most fans don't agree with that.
Yeah, I don't personally. I don't agree with the whole Pogba with Varane thing. I don't think Varane is the type of centre back we need. I think he'll be coming again for the wrong reasons. I think he is very much on the decline. I don't think he's as good as Sergio Ramos. I don't think he's as good currently as Upamecano. I think Upamecano. Yeah.
Come on. Make the deal for Sule.
Sule is.
How old is he though? How old is Varane?
He's probably close to 30.
I'll bring it up for you.
Yeah.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's a decent age. I don't think he's like 30 something. And
I think he's close.
I feel like
I think
really.
Right now.
I feel like one of bad spells. One of bad spells players, and especially if you're playing on a team where it's just bad in general. So I don't think his talent has disappeared. I think
But the
Soon
thing
you
is
is,
don't go
25,
from
guys.
being
Come on.
but soon, guys, I don't want another truck.
you don't
Yeah,
go from being. He's not though. He's decent. He's
Not
pretty
Varane,
big.
not
I
Varane,
think.
Sule.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
way.
he's better than our current fridge, but still.
Yeah. I just think your
Yeah.
talent doesn't go away.
Yeah.
You don't go from being the best
But
centre
like I
back in
said,
the
if
world.
if you want a centre back, you in my head you have to cash on Pogba. Then you have to cash because in my head there's only one centre back you get, and that's Upperman. There's no other centre back you get. That's
I don't see us
perfect.
getting that guy.
That's
not
perfect.
gonna-
He is perfect for Manchester
Yeah.
United.
I don't see us getting him, but I
Yeah.
want him more than
He's
anything
perfect,
else.
but I feel like the problem is everybody thinks he's perfect. So that means we're not getting him.
That's true. That's true. But now, just to go back to the lineup, I have made a change. It will be inverted for you guys.
What
I know
about
that.
Pogba for Sancho, guys?
He ain't going to Dortmund, boy. But you know.
Yeah,
Probably
he's not
not.
doing that.
Yeah, we can dream. If we
But
sold
Pogba
him
for
for Sancho, yeah,
Yeah.
sure. I'll take it. I
Would you
think
guys
we
be
will
okay
take
with
it.
it? Even though Sancho's been absolutely trash this season.
How much does that
Liverpool
got to do
problems.
with not getting the United move? Though I'd ask that
Yeah,
as well.
we don't know. Admittedly, we don't know. But he's had such a bad season. So
What I would say to Dortmund is that I ain't paying 120 million anymore. for
Not
Jadon
anymore,
Sancho.
no.
Yeah. Hey, no ways. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be that now. Edward he would be like, nah, I'm paying 70. Now
50,
you
come.
can take it. Yeah, now he will start. Edward will be like 50 million, and they'll be like, oh god, here we go.
Yeah,
Yeah, like on the Sancho thing, look, I just think we have good enough players going forward. He will definitely improve.
Yeah, I want to go back to the team. I want to go back to the
Okay,
predicted
let's
team
not
because
go-
look at
go
this team
talk.
now. Now in my head, this could happen because Ollie sees Donny van de Beek as a Bruno replacement. So let's just say Bruno doesn't somehow play this game, and he plays Donny there, and then Mason Greenwood back on the right. For me, that team loses. I won't lie to you. that team loses. And I think, if there ever was something Oli could do, that.
Yeah.
How would you guys feel about that? And now I tell you what, if we did have Jadon Sancho, bring him into it, instantly way
Who's
better
on
on that side.
Who's on the right?
Mason Greenwood. Over here.
And yeah, the only
I'll
reason I
change
think
it
it
now. I'll
loses
change it now so
is
you
that
guys can see.
I don't think there's cohesion.
There we go.
There's no chemistry there. It just looks like a bunch of talented players playing together. But in
That's
terms
what
of
United looked like last night as well.
Yeah, I
Just
guess.
a bunch of talented players playing together. There was no chemistry anywhere last night. So
I don't
how does
know.
it go being worse?
yeah, I don't know. On paper, it looks strong enough.
It
But
should
I
be.
don't know if
It
it'd be
should
like that
be.
on,
It should
on the
be.
page.
But
You should be able to
technically,
play
I
Dan
just
James
know,
and be strong
yeah.
enough, guys.
Technically, I just know
honestly.
we are nowhere near strong enough. So
Mm.
at our point, we just need our players with the most talent to be on the pitch to win games. And that's why you can't leave out this man. You cannot leave
Yeah.
out. You cannot leave out Bruno Fernandes. If there ever is a chance we winning a game, it's only Bruno. At this moment in time, it is only Bruno Fernandes. That's just the way it is. So this guy here, guys, this man here in the middle of everything, is the key. He's the only thing in this United team that does anything in life. He's the only player I trust, really.
Yeah, no, he's everything. Really, he's the only one who does it for us. And I was zoning for a second. I was just wondering to myself, what's the bigger problem at this club? Is it that Ole can't get the best out of these attackers, or do we just have poor defenders? I'm starting to wonder, honestly, because we just put a lineup there with Green, Madoni, and all those players, and we wonder if they can win. It's just insane, There's so much
But
talent.
the
in
thing,
this
yeah,
club,
that's the
but
thing.
then-
Like now, again, we have to go back to the formation. We play with two CDMs because our centre
Yeah.
backs are too slow.
yeah,
Juan Bissaka drifts inside, and Tellez or Luke Shaw, whoever's playing, drifts inside again because our centre backs are so weak. So they have to cover. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. Tactically, it's
If
not
we
I
good
hear
enough.
that as
tell it
well.
cuts inside, I'm going to lose it.
Exactly.
I am actually going to lose it if we see Tellez come back defensively to cover for Maguire. I'm going to lose it.
I'm telling you, you will though. You will. That's why I think against West Brom, Tellez, we didn't see the best of Tellez. He was good. It was a good debut for him, but
Yeah.
that's not the Tellez you would see at Porto. He's one of the best attacking fullbacks in world football, and we
This is his
didn't.
job.
We literally didn't see it because of two reasons: slow centre backs, tactics. Or actually, three reasons: slow centre backs, tactics, and chemistry with Marcus Rashford. There is no chemistry in this team. There is no chemistry. And this isn't even a problem because I can fix the centre backs right now. I just remove Lindelof, who you should do because he's carrying an injury. And you know who I play? Axel. That's it. Easy. There's it. Done. How Axel doesn't get game time anymore, I don't know. He pocketed Mbappe and Neymar, and he still doesn't get game time.
Not playing for a year of football, and
That's it.
still doesn't.
And then he has one slightly below par game and he's out the team. Same like Eric Bailly, you know, he's great, but then dare Eric Bailly to have one not a good game and he's out the team. Same like Matic, dare Matic to not have one good game, out the team. Dare Pogba not to have one good game, out the team. Heck, I don't know even for Donny, out the team. It's bad. It's bad.
And before the game, all of us were like, "Oh, I'm gonna listen to the fans more." They've been saying Eric Bailly, I'm gonna listen to the fans more. It's one bad game, he's not listening to the fans anymore. Unless
I think Eric Bailly, he might be available for this game, but don't put your hopes on it. Don't put your money on it. Yeah, don't put your money on it.
I love Bailly, but I'm just done with him. I give up. I give up on Eric Bailly. The injuries are just too bad, and clearly you can't recover from them.
Yeah, I mean, that's a shocker. But yeah, guys, Istanbul. Let's just talk about it briefly. Tactically. We've seen how they play. They do play a low block, but on the counter, they are way better than our West Brom. They did beat us previously, like we said, due to a corner just badly worked. You know how we had all our men
Zero
forward.
tactics on a corner.
Yeah, zero tactics on a corner, so we conceded like that. And then the other one was just a cross that everyone ball watches and just goes easy goal to score. And then then they start now they cool goals up and now they start pressing us and everything. It's a bit shocking. I think Martial scored ahead of that game, so we did get a goal. I think it was 2-1, if I do remember. So yeah, that's what it was. But going into Istanbul game, do you think Istanbul will attack us? Because if they do attack us, it works straight into our hands.
And they definitely will. Because they're last in the group, so they don't have much to lose, It's either they do the job and get through, or they're out. So
they lost in the group tied with PSG, admittedly, if you want to put it that way.
I think that should give them more incentive as well. So
I don't think so.
I think because it makes them feel like that they're still in it for the shout if the group is still so tight. So I think obviously they will be quite robust, but they will be an attacking threat here and there. And yeah, they've got Ball. Ball's an experienced player. If I'm not mistaken, I've seen him score from the halfway line once. Don't quote me. Just go on YouTube. Maybe
the crazy thing about Demba is that he's not even that Istanbul's first choice striker.
Isn't he?
Yeah, he's 35, 36.
Yeah, he's not their first choice striker. Their first choice striker was injured when they played against us, so that's why Demba played.
And he's seriously troubled us.
Yeah.
So
it's just embarrassing. Yeah,
exactly. The retirement home troubled us.
Exactly.
That should be enough issue.
Personally, before Clayton, and then Clayton can say what he thinks. Personally, I do think that if I was the Istanbul manager, if I was Istanbul in general, I'd be like, this is high end football. You can look at United and be like, well, guys, if we sit back, they ain't gonna do anything to us.
I would do the exact same thing.
Yeah, I'll do the exact same. I'll be like, do what you guys did in the first leg.
Chill, hit it over the top, go.
Chill back,
go.
Be disciplined. But when we get the ball, you press them and you then you go at them, and then I think that works.
Yeah, but they have to put the numbers forward because the whole.
Now they need one. They only need one.
Yeah, fair. But you can't do what Newcastle do. Newcastle are a bit of a joke when they do this thing because unlike other teams who still pump the bus but leave like 2 or 3 players forward for the counter, Newcastle seem to want to put everyone behind the ball, and it's just not productive because you can't get out.
Yeah, so it'll be an interesting game. I'm very interested to see as the normal things, what Oli will pick in regards to his team selection. How close actually this would be, how close could you get to that? Because if I seen, without the Axel, because I wrote down Axel, I think Lindelof will play. But I wonder how close you will get to this predicted team. I wonder if you'll change anything. Maybe who knows, Diamond, who knows, Pack 5, who knows what Oli does these days.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is the situation. We just don't know anymore. We don't know who's gonna play, who's our best team, what formation. Only Oli knows, and even who knows, even if Oli knows, he might just be praying what the wind at this point. And we'll just have to see. But one thing's for sure, I can guarantee you, if Istanbul try to attack us and they allow us to hit them on the break, we will win the game. If they don't and they played how they played in the first leg, don't think we'll win. And I think if we don't win this game, Oli won't get fired yet. But like I said, Poch is there. Poch is there now. Everyone knows he wants the United job. The fans, some of the fans want to give him the United job. We're just done with Oli. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Even if we win now, it's like I heard Mark Goldbridge say that. Even when we win now, it's like, again, like we won against West Brom, but that probably the worst result we could have had.
There's no future.
Yeah.
There's no future.
But who knows? Knowing United.
Arsenal fans are gonna milk one win
Exactly.
against Norwich or something.
Yeah. Knowing the way we are, that I wouldn't be surprised if we win against Istanbul the way we won against West Brom. Or anything, just bribe the officials. We move.
Again.
Again, yeah. But, gentlemen, as normal, score predictions. Start with Moloto. What do you think will happen? This is a must-win game, by the way. If Oli does not, a draw is not good enough. A loss is not. This is a must-win game.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be a very energetic, poor tactically, very unattractive on the eye 2-0 win. I think we'll do enough. That's all I can say. It won't be appealing, but we'll do enough.
Can't remember. Are we playing home or away for this game?
Home.
Oh my
So,
Yeah.
I think we're terrible at the theatre of dreams. Place where dreams are made.
There is no dreams there.
There are no dreams.
well,
It's just
we lost
nightmare.
them away, so we'll win it all because it's all about the surprises. Just never know what's coming.
Yeah. But just the fact that we're at home now, it's just extra pressure, Because our boys don't know how to perform at home anymore.
And Oli loves that shit at home, boys. You must understand.
he doesn't get up,
loves
he
that
doesn't
shit
move.
at home.
Yeah.
He's got
gaffer
his
chair.
chances. The gaffer chair, I don't know, with the iPad, he does this thing. This is all Oli does. Oh yeah, I'm off the screen.
He just whips out a book on his Kindle, he just reads it like 19.
He's just Sir Alex used to sit here.
She's autobiography.
reading the biography.
I can feel his presence in me. I'm a great manager. Oh, we're 2-0 down. Oh shit.
Oh, we should well down now. And then he sees feeling there. Oh god.
So yeah. But we have to win this game. If we lose this is sackable in my eyes as well.
The sackable, I think, in lots of fans' eyes. Whether
Yeah.
or not the board think it's sackable, that's
If we
another
lose to
story.
Istanbul, it's not good.
This
no.
board is gonna wait till we win the Europa League. Trust, guys.
I feel like we'll reverse the fix. The
If you
result.
got-
I think
yeah.
it'll be a 2-1. I think it'll be a
2-1,
2-1.
okay. Now, I think I'm going for a draw. I think it'll
Oh
be a
my.
1-1 draw.
Please don't say that,
I'm
dude.
telling you, I don't know why. I have a feeling that
Dude,
just the way we are at the moment, this team's chemistry at the moment, I don't think it's going to be pretty, and I don't think we can win this game. So I think it will be a 1-1. I do think that we still have enough quality to not draw because it's only one man. I won't lie, it's Bruno Fernandes, so it's nothing. It's Bruno Fernandes. That's where I am at the moment. So yeah, I think it will be a 1-1 draw in my opinion. So we'll just have to see if that happens. Oh Lord, oh Lord, help us.
Honestly, if we jumped onto the Europa League, I'd rather we just bottle in the first round because I am not interested. I am not interested in winning the Europa League. I don't care. I'd rather just play the league.
Champions League football,
progress
guys.
there.
Champions League football. We win it.
No, I'm fine.
But Spurs are gonna.
The reality is
Hand
that
us our
I
ass.
think the worst case scenario, this is the absolute worst thing that could happen to Manchester United at the moment, is that Oli continues to hit this inconsistent hit, miss, hit, miss, hit, miss, hit, miss, hit, hit, hit. He continues to do that. We stick with Oli. Pochettino gets another job offer somewhere else. Pochettino's gone, and then the inevitable happens. We don't get Champions League football. Now the board are like, okay, Champions League football is literally, there's no more possibilities. We're talking in the league, we're talking Europa League, whatever, Champions League again. We're out of it. At the end, we get fired, and now Poch is gone to another team. That's the worst case scenario that can happen.
Yeah.
Because whether or not whatever your opinion is on Pochettino, is that he is the next man for the job. And if we miss out on Poch because he's a highly respected, highly wanted, highly regarded manager in football, I don't want Allegri. I don't want an Allegri. I don't want Nagelsmann. Probably won't even come until the end of his contract or whatever it is. So again, who knows? Then for all we know, we get freaking, I don't know, Roy Keane into the manager interim. Then we sing,
Ryan Giggs.
then we sing, Roy Keane at the wheel and everything. So yes.
If you get Allegri, I'm not
I'd
gonna waste
prefer
my
that,
energy. Not gonna waste my energy.
I'd
I'll
prefer
show him in
Roy
30.
Keane.
I'll show him in 30 minutes long. Every time you ask me, be like, "Well, we have Allegri. What more can I say?"
Exactly. That's how I'll be like. Also, I'm like, we have Allegri. I'm like, yeah. Okay.
That's
Whatever.
fine. I'd prefer Roy Keane. He's gonna have the best man management out there. That's for sure.
Bro, you'll freaking bollock this team for once.
He will put people in wheelchairs.
Exactly. Ideally, what I would like is that you fire Oli. Roy Keane comes in for like 2 weeks, and then Poch.
Yeah.
Poch is just like,
Straight
yeah,
into
just
the
give me
nuts.
2 weeks. I'm going to plan some stuff and then out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, just to again score predictions. To run Maloto, what is your score prediction? 2-1.
2-0
2-0
United.
2-0. Okay, 2-0 United. Clayton, you were 2-1 United. I said 1-1. Oh no. Okay, we'll have to see what happens. But yeah. Gentlemen, that's been your Istanbul versus Manchester United match preview for the Champions League. It is a must win for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer once again. I've said this so many weeks in a row. It's crazy. Yeah. And also, this is the new layout. I apologize if the thing was inverted on your side or if it wasn't inverted. Throughout the things, I will check which camera is actually the right way for the recording.
We'll get the hang of it.
Yeah, we'll get the angle right. We'll get some overlays running. Everything. It will be probably better quality videos from here on forward. Using the new stuff. But yeah, gentlemen, thank you all for watching. Thanks for all you guys for being on the show once again. You guys work extremely hard. I know it's not as easy as it looks when you just watch the videos, but yeah, it's a lot of hard work and we appreciate you all. So if you are new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. Do comment down below your thoughts, your predicted size, score predictions, and also I've got something. Oh, did I say smash like? And smash like the video, and we will check you in the next one.